Hi, it's Sandy Bacus again. I am here on Tuesday, October the 9th. Wait a minute, let me check. Yep, October the 9th. And this will be my first vlog for this week. Just wanted to jump on real quick and show you a couple of things. Let's see, yesterday was Columbus Day in the United States. And it's not really a big celebrated holiday anymore. Basically, the banks are closed, the federal offices are closed, no postal service. That's about it. School was in session. I know that because I saw the school buses go by yesterday. So really not a big deal anymore, but it's still celebrated by the federal government and the banks. Okay, I finished a book and I wanted to go to the library today, so I wanted to show you this and tell you I had finished House Rules. Good book. It's a pretty thick one, but I think I got through it fairly quickly. It was an easy read. It's a story about an autistic boy with Asperger's. But it's not the type of story that you would normally think it would be. I don't want to give away too much. At the beginning, basically, he's 18 years old now. And well, I'll just read a little bit of this to you from the side cover. It says, he's hopeless at reading social cues or expressing himself well to others, and like many kids with AS, Jacob has a special focus on one subject, in this case, forensic analysis. He's always showing up at crime scenes, thanks to the police scanner he keeps in his room, and telling the cops what they need to do, and he's usually right. But then his town is rocked by a terrible murder, and for a change, the police come to Jacob with questions. That's where I'm going to leave it. Good book. I would recommend it. Okay, next. What did I work on for the last couple of days? Well, I worked on, if you remember, when I did my decision roulette, I was going to be working on the back stitching on my scarecrow. I was going to have Shades of Summer, Birdhouse, Old Glory, and Route 66 for this week. Well, I put a few stitches into my scarecrow, but I'm not going to take him out of the Q-snap because I just moved him over to where I need to move into a new section. So I finished all this back stitching here, so now you can see the little mouse in the pocket. And so now I need to move over here to this back stitching right up in here, and then I'll be able to see where I need to go from there. I think I have some straw that needs to go in along the bottom, straw color, to make it look like straw. So he's coming along, and I hope to get him done here before too awfully long. Okay, let me just take a little quick look here to see. Yeah, it worked on. I did a little bit on Route 66, but it may not have been any more than what I had already showed you. Maybe a little, but we'll wait. I'll show you that at the end of the week. And Birdhouse, I worked on quite a bit. This one down here is the birdhouse that I'm working on. And I took it off of the Q-snaps because I think that I'm going to now concentrate more on Route 66 and Old Glory. I did put a few stitches into Old Glory, a couple of lengths of thread, but I won't show you that till I'm ready to put it away. But here is my birdhouse, and what I stitched on this time was I did the little bird up here. If you remember, that wasn't there, so the little bird is all in, he's all back stitched. Then I moved down here, and I had most of this part of the roof in, but I came down this way and I had some of this in here, but mostly just right along over here. So I did all of this and all of this, these flowers over here. And I did a little bit of the back stitch up in here and started to come down. So I will, next time I will continue on with fill in and back stitch here. When I stitched this over here, I did not back stitch as I went. So I did a little bit of the back stitch up here, but I don't think I did what I should have. So when one of the next times I get this out, I'm going to have to catch up on that back stitch. I have a terrible habit of stitching, 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 and ignoring that back stitch because I'll admit it, I don't care for back stitch that much. I don't hate it, but it's just, I'd rather make those little X's. Oh well. Okay, so let's see, I showed you that, and actually, I think I told you what I needed to tell you, and so I'm going to close out for today. It's about mid-morning, and I do have several things I need to try to get done today. It's warm. Oh, at 6 a.m. it was 70 degrees, and it is sunshiny. I don't know if you can hear, there's a lawnmower going across the street, and my dishwasher's running in the kitchen behind me. But it's kind of a beautiful day. I plan to go out to the library. I need to go upstairs and to get out some charts that I need to make some working copies to continue my kitting. And so if New Start ever comes up on my wheel, of course I do have a bunch all ready to start, just waiting for New Start to come up on my wheel. Are you listening, wheel? Okay. I'm a little bit out there today, so I better let you go before I get too much more crazy. So I will talk to you all later in the week. Bye. Hi, good morning. It's Sandy back again. This video portion just may be really out there because I know I need to film this, but I don't have any notes, and I have so much I want to talk about that I don't know whether I'm going to remember to get it all in. But anyways, hi, here I am. Feeling really good. I finished up my antibiotics and everything is going great. So let's keep our fingers crossed and find some wood, and we'll knock on wood and hope that everything stays that way. And I hope everything is good for all of you. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, and I posted this on Instagram. Remember my little witch that I had done and how I told you in the previous video that I very nearly really screwed it up because when I didn't pay close attention when I was going to put the interfacing on, and I put it on to the front of the cross stitch instead of the back of the cross stitch. Well, anyways, I did the best I could to fix it up. Remember, I had the issues with not catching, all the edges when I was sewing it. So I did go, like I said, I put a zigzag stitch all the way around the edge. I did that in black. And so that caught up all of those little edges that I had missed and kind of camouflages to a certain extent some of the issues. And I sewed up the bottom, and of course I stuffed it and I sewed up the bottom, and so here we go. And it's good enough for me, okay, and this is what's for me, so I'm happy. There's the back. And I hope you all like it too. So there's that. And it's a reminder to me that I need to go upstairs and dig out all my Halloween decorations. I don't have many. Most of what I have was stuff that I used to decorate my cubicle with at work when I was working. I never really decorated much at home for anything other than Christmas, and I've really been getting away from that the last few years. As you get older, sometimes that decorating thing just, it's not that important. Okay, next thing that I have here that I want to talk about is, oh, I know. I have a chipmunk running around in my house again. Yesterday, one of the cats, Buddy, he ran in the house with a chipmunk in his mouth, and of course it was alive. They have been chasing it around the house ever since. I think most of the chasing has been down in the family room. And so I had gone down there a little while ago, and I heard it squeaking by the washer and dryer. And there is a door over there too that goes to the outside. So, and the one cat, he was over there. So I moved a bunch of stuff out of the way. I opened up the door that goes out onto the porch. So I have the screen door propped open and the inside door. And I brought two cats over there because I found it. I saw it. It was between the washer and dryer, and there wasn't very much space. So what I did was I tried to could only move the dryer over about this far because the laundry tub is right there. So I did the best I could moving it over. I brought two of the male cats over there, actually showed them the chipmunk. Now, I know that cats' vision, I've read that their vision is not good at all. But they were 6 inches away from this thing, and they just turned around and walked away. I don't get it. But the female wasn't in here right now, and she's usually the better hunter. So I tried to take like a little dustpan with a little broom, and I was going to get it down there and try to get the little broom thing over the top of the dustpan and get him out. Well, he got away from me. I'm a little skittish around those little animals anyways, but it got away and it ran back underneath the dryer. So I've got the door still open down there. I'm hoping, I started the washing machine up, and I was hoping that maybe the noise, and if not the noise from the washing machine, maybe from the dryer when it starts to run, it'll scoot it out of there and it will go out the door. The only thing is it's got to go up a step about this high to go out the door. So I don't know. It'll probably just run around more in the family room. Oh. The last one was in here, I think, 3 days before we finally got it out of here. If they would only, when they catch it, they've caught it several times, but instead of killing it, which I know that sounds, but we're in the country, this is a fact of life. Some animals are predators to other animals, and it's just, it's the chain, you know, it's just the way it is. But instead of killing it when they catch it, they play with it, which is what cats do. They play with their food before they eat it. So consequently, it's still alive. Oh, well, enough of that. Hopefully, we'll get it out of here in the next day or two. All right, what I plan to do in the rest of this video. I'm going to show you the whips that I am done with for the week. I have a new start to show you. And then I'm going to do a few of my thank yous to my commenters. And then I have some pictures to show you. Somebody had mentioned somewhere along the line that they like to see older pictures and stuff like that. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll make that one of my things here when I've got time, is I'll show you some pictures. So let's do the pictures first. I don't have a whole lot of them, and I hope they will show up. The first picture that I want to show you is these two are really, really old, and I'll show them to you together. This is my grandfather and grandmother when they were young, and this is my paternal grandparents that I never really got to know because my grandmother died, I think, very early on the year after I was born. And my grandfather died within a couple of years of her. So I never really knew these grandparents. But anyways, again, am I putting those where you can see them and they don't have a whole heck of a lot of glare? I'm trying. Maybe I should do it separately and then I can see them. This is Charles Levi Smith the First. Handsome dude, huh? I think so. And this was my grandmother. And now my grandfather was born in the United States, but my grandmother was born in Germany. And she came to this country when she was about 8 years old. And her name, now I have to think about this. It was Anna Wilhelmina. And this brain, you know, you get older and stuff that you knew just kind of goes. I think it was Christensen? No, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look it up on my family tree to remember right now. My brain hasn't got it. But anyways, there she is, Anna. Okay, there's those. The next, I'm going to move into the 1970s. All right, some of these I don't know the exact year that these were. This, I believe, was very early in 1970s. And that's me. Is there a resemblance? Can you tell that that was me? I want to say that that was, oh, I don't know for sure what year because it's not marked. But anyways, there I am. And then this is a picture of my daughter, Christy, when she was 6 months old. And she was born in 1974. What a chunk, right? And she looks so much like her dad. Okay, and this was, I'm going to say this was about 1976 or 1977. And there I am. The long hair. Oh, my hair was so long. You can't really tell because I'm kind of slouched down on that couch, but it was long. And it was all one length. I didn't have bangs back then. So there's that. And this is the last one, and this is my family. And looking at this picture, I want to say, oh geez, my daughter looks like she's probably around 13. So this has to be in the 80s sometime. Somewhere in the mid-80s range. But there we are. That's the whole family. My husband, back when he didn't have gray hair and everything, and he was slim and trim. And of course, me there with those great big goggles. And that tinted glasses were in really big then. And my daughter, Christy, and my son, Mike. And he was always a little bit tubby when he was a child. I had to get him those, what did they call them, his pants. They weren't plus size for guys. I can't remember what it was. And he fought that, and now he is so slim and trim and a weightlifter. And you talk about six packs. Oh my gosh. My son looks awesome, if I don't say so myself. Okay, so there's the pictures for this time. And I'll try to show a few each time I show a video, unless you guys say, hey, cut with the pictures, we don't want to see them. And I'll totally understand that. I mean, but I like seeing old pictures from other people, so well, maybe you will too. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to thank some of my commenters. I'm going to go through a few of them today, and then when I finish this video up, which I'm thinking now with the amount of stuff that I have to get done today, it may be at least Saturday. Did I tell you what day it is? I don't think I did. It's Thursday. It's Thursday morning, just about 10 o'clock. The handyman came yesterday and fixed my bathroom, so I don't have any more leaking under the sink, and my toilet is all fixed, and there's no more leaking from it, but it's a mess in there, so I have to go and put everything back together, clean everything. So, and I've got other cleaning I have to do. I've got groceries. You know the drill. You all have to do it too. So it's probably going to be a day or two before I can get around to finishing this and uploading. So anyways, commenters from my last, I'm going to say it's from the 10/6 video, but if you commented during the last week on even a prior video, your comment, I'm thanking you now. Okay, thank you, Patricia Ferry. Thank you, Lana, Till the Last Stitch. Thank you, Rachel, Stitchy Ray, Stitch Away. Thank you to Ramona Brooks. Thank you to Dina, Half Stitch, Cross Stitch. Thank you to Jo Marie Hogel. Thank you to Jackie, Cross My Stitches. And I am going to stop right there. So I'm going to put a little line there so I know that I thanked everybody up to that point. And we'll get the rest of them on the final video. Okay. Old Glory. I told you I had just put a few stitches into this. Didn't get any more in, and I didn't take it out of the Q-snap yet, but this is where I put those stitches. Was just a few rows of this blue here. And that was it. Biggie deal. So I'll be pulling that out of the Q-snap and putting that away for this go-round. And we'll see when it comes out again. And you know what? I think I showed this earlier this week in a clip, but I'm not absolutely positively sure. I don't think I put any more stitches in it since then. I probably should have gone back and watched the prior clip that I did to make sure, but coffee, decaf, Green Mountain, French vanilla, decaf, I use a Keurig, so that's, but birdhouse that I'm working on right here, and I did post this on Instagram, and I think I showed this, and I don't think I've done any since then, but I'll just show it up real quick here so you can see, just in case I didn't, but I'm pretty sure that I showed this to you. So that's where we're at on that. So this one is going away until it pops up again on the wheel. And then Route 66, I know I talked about this on the other clip, but I don't think I showed it to you. I said I would wait. So Route 66, and of course this is what I'm working on here, is the VW bus and also the map here. And this is where I got to on that. And these fabrics, I think the birdhouse is on a 16 count. The Old Glory is a 14 count coffee tea dyed. And this is a 14 count. I think it's either like ivory or an oatmeal or something. I can't remember, and I don't have the stuff on. And pardon my threads. I'm really bad about leaving hanging threads. I have to stop certain times, and then maybe I don't pick it back up, and so I move to a new spot, so there's threads. But anyways, this is the part I was working on. I've got the rest of this filled in here. I think when I last showed this to you, I had quite a bit to fill in here. So that's all filled in. I could actually start some of the back stitch in this section if I wanted to, and I may next time. Down here, which you can't really in this light, at least from what I can see on the screen, you can't really see what I've done here with the maps, but it's there. And so I'll be continuing to work on that. This down here is the start of the Route 66 sign. That's the blue over here. So I will just put that away now, and it will come out again the next time it comes up on the wheel. And then I said I had a new start. And I think in the prior clip, oh, sorry, stitchy nose. I think in the prior clip I had mentioned something about that I was talking to the wheel and telling it. Well, I decided not to wait for the wheel. I decided I wanted a new start, and I wanted a new start now. So I spun the new start wheel, and I was hoping for one particular item to come up because it's been kitted up there the longest. And it did. Starrett House. This is one of the Nancy Spruance mansions. And I've been wanting to start one of these because when I bought these, I think I bought like 4 of them. And I've been really wanting to start this. And so when I went to start it, I thought, okay, where should I start this? Because normally I do upper left-hand corner. And as you can see, that would be a lot of counting in to do the upper either corner. So I do not like to start at the bottom. I like to work from top to bottom. I'll go right to left or left to right, but I like to come down. So I decided I'd do a center start. So basically the center of the design would be right in here with these windows. And so here we are. Doing this on 14 count white Aida, and so I don't know if you can tell that that's the windows there, but I have just started this last night, so not a whole lot. Stitched out a little last night, little this morning. So I will keep this one out and continue to work on it. I think that in the time that I have for stitching, before I finish this up, I still have Scarecrow to work on to get some back stitching into him, and I have Shades of Summer out here that I could work on. The rest of them I think I've put away, and then I will be spinning that wheel again to see what comes up next. So let's see, I showed you the little witch pillow, and I think I've pretty much covered it, and if I haven't, either it wasn't that important or we'll get it the next time. So for this clip, take it easy, stay well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, I think I'm recording. Okay, it's Sandy, and it is Saturday, and I don't know the date, October 13th. This is just a quick clip to close out the week. I didn't really do a whole lot of stitching since I did the last clip. I will show you what I did do. First, I want to ask you, when I was doing the last clip, the one you just watched, did I say that I had a hamster loose in my house? I meant to say chipmunk if I said hamster. I was talking to my neighbor on the phone, and I said something about, apparently I said I had a hamster loose in the house. And she says, a hamster? How the heck did you get a hamster loose in your house? And I was like, oh wait, did I say hamster? I meant chipmunk. So I thought, did I say hamster on my video? Anyways, I had 2. There's still one. The female cat caught one, and Bob was able to get it, pick it up, throw it out the door. He said he thought it was dead. But he's still hearing something else down there. So, and last night she was camped out in front of the washer and dryer. But today we pulled the washer and dryer out from the wall and we cleaned everything back there. So it's not back there now, but I think it's still somewhere in the house. But with 3 cats going around here, I'm sure at some point it will be caught. Okay, and it's a chipmunk, not a hamster. And if I keep saying hamster, there's no hope. Okay, real quick, this is what I stitched on. I had told you in the prior clip that I had a new start, and my new start was Starrett House. See that there? And oh my gosh, this is fun to stitch on. I showed you a little bit. This is, I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. This is where I got to. And these are the windows. And, or at least a couple of the windows. And so I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep stitching on that or put that one up this week. Then I spun my decision app for Decision Roulette for this coming week yesterday, and the wheel listened and it said new start. So I was like, ooh, I get to have 2 new starts in 1 week. Yes. So then I went to the new start wheel to see what that new start was going to be, and it came up free kittens. And this was the chart, and the floss and everything for this was gifted to me. So I started that a little bit last night, and then I did a little this morning. And that's where I got. I started in the upper left-hand corner. So I've got a sunflower up here, and I'm starting the border. So this week I will be working on this. I will also, according to my Decision Roulette, I will be working on Home Sweet Home and Teapot. So I haven't got those out and brought them down here. You should see this mess around me. If you saw this, you would just like, oh, I've got piles of mail over here from 2 days that I haven't gone through yet. I've got newspaper over there, the mail from today, so that's actually 3 days. And then there's a pile of stuff over here that I have to go through and do stuff. And I've been really, really busy. It's been kind of crazy around here with the extra cleaning that I was trying to do. And then we had to, last night we went to dinner at a friend's. Oh my gosh, he made such good baby back ribs. They were to die for. So good. And then today we needed to go to Sam's Club and get a few things that we buy in bulk. And so we went to Perkins and had breakfast for lunch. And then went over to Sam's and came home and got that stuff put away. And I'm tired now, but I thought, you know what, I need to get this clip up. So let's close this out by saying thank you. Thank you to my commenters. And also thank you to everybody who has subscribed. If you're new, welcome. And I hope you enjoy. And I hope you like my stitching and that you'll come back and visit with me again. And if you don't like me, I'm sure that you'll find somebody out there to watch. So there are so many different floss tubers, so many different personalities, so many different age groups, that there is somebody for everybody. So I'm going to start thanking the rest of my commenters. I did some of them the other day, so here's the rest of them. Thank you to Carrie and Stitches. Okay, this next one, when I had said it the last time, I said I didn't have any idea how to pronounce it, but she has given me some help. So here goes. Abuelita P65. And Abuelita is Grammy in Spanish. P is for the first letter of her first name, which is Pauline. Hi, Pauline. And 65, I think she said it's her age at the time she started watching Flosstube, but don't quote me on that because I don't always remember everything. So Abuelita P65, thank you for your wonderful comments. I used to know a little bit of Spanish from back in school, but too many years ago. Thank you to Bendy Stitchy, Michelle Garrett. Thank you to Crafty Cat Stitcher. Thank you to Stitchin' with the Dachshund. Thank you to Jenny J. And thank you to Crazy Little Book Page. I think that I got everybody, and I really enjoy your comments, and I look forward to reading more. And I just wanted to also let you guys know that I have taken Facebook and Messenger off of my phone. They're still on my computer. I'm going old school, back to when I didn't have a smartphone, because I just feel that Facebook is not what it used to be. And on Messenger, all I keep getting is stuff that looks like either somebody's page has been taken over and they're sending stuff on Messenger to try to get you to send stuff out to people in your address book, or not address book, but your Facebook friend list, so that they can get into even more people's pages. And I'm not buying into it. And I don't like the forwards that get sent. I don't even look at them. So I just go on my computer and I delete them. So I just took them off my phone. So I'm only going on Facebook once every few days. So to those of you that have a group that I was in, if you see that you're not getting much communication from me, postings or likes on your posts, that's why, because I'm cutting way back on the social media stuff. I am still doing Instagram. That is still on my phone. I don't think that Facebook has totally screwed it up yet. They're working on it. And I think that's sad. Instagram was a good platform, and I don't want to get into a rant, but Facebook is getting in there with all their algorithms and everything, and you're not seeing everything again. I mean, I can go on there one time and go through and heart all the things that are, the stitching and stuff, and then close it out, go right back into it, and I see different stuff. Now, why is that? We should be seeing everything from people that we're following. So who knows what they're doing to it. All right, so that's it. I'm going to shut up, get off of here, get this uploaded, and then I will be starting a new vlog for next time. So I will see you all next week sometime. Hopefully I'll be able to get it uploaded on Friday next week. And see you then. Bye. Hugs to everybody. Love to everybody.